Hello, Earth signs. Thank you so much for joining me at Tarot Readings by Roxby. I'm going to do your daily advice oracle card messages for today. Doreen Virtue, Radley Valentine's Angel Tarot deck. Mermaid, or the messages from the fairies by Doreen Virtue. Sorry about that. Mermaids and the Dolphins by Doreen Virtue. Also by Doreen Virtue, an Archangel Oracle card. Okay, Earth signs. We wound up with Ego this morning. Now, the Ego card is the Devil card in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, other decks. But this card is typically astrologically a sign of Capricorn, but it is an earth element, so this card is us, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So, enslavement and temptation with this card. Could be a card, it could be a situation where, you are enslaved to an ideal, to some sort of ideas on a relationship. It could be drugs or alcohol related, addictions, in a relationship that's, addictive. It's a difficult relationship, controlling partners. There could be codependent, patterns, whether it's, you or, the person involved. But in this deck, Ego, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So, in this deck, it's a situation, the card can reflect a situation where it's, usually a situation of our own making where we feel trapped, and it seems that, we can't see the path that we're on, the path is hidden. Like you feel like there's no way forward. But that's an illusion with this card, it's, we're not really stuck. We feel like we're stuck. But, we do have free will, and we do have freedom. And freedom comes with, a change of our thoughts, from, being pessimistic to optimistic. Definitely a card that could I cannot speak this morning, I'm so sorry. It could signify, significant challenges, that could hold us back from our happiness. And this card is, this is a major arcana card too. Major arcana cards for me is, the universe, spirit, speaking to you strongly. There's only 22 usually in a tarot deck. And, it's either trying to, you know, promote or foster something in your life. You know, the major arcana cards are about, you know, just speaking to you strongly through the card. Whether it's promoting something in your life, making you aware of something in your life. However this card resonates for you guys. Okay, which brings us to spring from the fairies. So, your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So I know this card says spring, but I feel like the time is right now. You know, with this card, the answer to your question, your prayers, you know, even though the card says, you know, denotes that it'll be during the springtime, I just feel like that a lot of us, we've been on the right track already. You know, the morning, our daily advice oracle cards are pretty consistent. And, you know, we're going to benefit from many blessings. You know, that's so odd, too. Yesterday, I just commented with a YouTube viewer that same thing. That I really think that the earth signs are in for some magical moments. That was my comment to her. And it's definitely resonating in my life, for sure. And I guess that time for me was springtime. But I just feel that the time is now with this card. Especially when I look at the next card. I mean, you know, the blessings that we've, you know, wished for have already been attracted. You know, all we have to do is just, you know, stay filled with faith. You know, give any worries to God, the fairies, because, you know, they work with the universe. They work with God, the angels. You know, they help us manifest. They help the angels, you know, bring the blessings. You know, some additional messages with that card. You know, could be a pregnancy or a birth. Definitely adoption with this card. You know, if you're thinking about adoption, that's definitely going to take place. You know, some sort of projects that you're working on, that will be successful. Be open to new beginnings. Really just dive into a fresh start. A fresh start, you know, just dive into a fresh start out of this. Out of this entrapment that you guys feel, whether it's work, relationships. I usually see it in relationships. But, you know, dive in. Look at this card. Ready, set, go. Looks like they're diving into me. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Didn't I just say that with this card that I felt now is the time? And I really do. I really do. Now is the time. So, you know, with this card, you know, even though you might not even feel ready, you know, not entirely ready. You know, ready, we're definitely ready, but, you know, as earth signs, we always have to think about everything, analyze everything, but there's no present time than right now to dive into your future. This card is advising you, for those of you that want to take big steps, go for it. Small steps, move in the direction of your dreams at your own pace. But definitely try to adjust your schedule so that you could, you know, spend some time, you know, relate to your priorities and goals. Delegate tasks. Let other people help you. Let them help you so that you have time. Hire someone if you have to, if you could afford to. You know, to help you take some of the pressure off. You know, or someone to just, you know, help you, assist you, you know, with your responsibilities. You'll be happier. You'll attract more abundance. I just feel like some of you might need some free time. Then we have nurture. And it says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important right now. Your own inner child, you know, this card is like be playful, you know, like do things that nurture your spirit. You know, and also, you know, it's important that you help children with this card. You know, you're probably a mother and you already do that. You know, when you help, you know, when you do that, you help your own inner child in the process. You know, you're teaching what you need to learn. You know, just take time to play, laugh, be silly, be carefree. Nurture your own inner child with this card. Play, you know, like I feel a little bit of stagnation with this card. You know, like this card, you know, you're ready, but you're not ready. To manifest or let go. I feel like it is, like, some of us need to let go of this. Feeling trapped cannot be easy. It could be trapped at work. You know, I mean, you know, you want to move on from work. Work could definitely, you can feel enslaved, trapped. You know, if it's addictions, you know, such as alcohol, drugs, drinking, smoking, you know, some of you are definitely ready. You're ready, but you're not ready to, you know, nurture yourself. healing. Nurture your inner child. Get back to who you were, you know, before this took over your life. Could be there already. You could have went there. You could have already manifested that and went there in the spring. Definitely feeling that for some of you. Some of you could already be out of rehab and now you're just ready. You know, you're cleansed. You're ready to dive in. Start your next chapter. Your heart's desire. Recapturing your own inner child. It's a great message for today, guys. I love it. However that resonates for you. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me at Tarot Readings by Roxby. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.